Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here and you're here because you saw the title of the video about what I'm going to be talking about, my name is Kenny. The channel is called Fitness and Things. I'm a 57-year-old regular guy that's doing everything possible to try to stay as fit as possible so my quality of life will be better as I get older, because I'm getting older. I'm 57 now. I'll be 58 in April, and yeah, that's what I'm doing here at this channel. So if you're new here, welcome. Thanks for coming by. Second thing I need to get out of the way is I am not a doctor. I'm not a healthcare professional. I'm not giving out healthcare advice. I'm not trying to encourage people to do what I'm going to be doing. This is just for entertainment purposes only, and this is something I'm doing for myself, and I'm just bringing you guys along so you can see what my results will be, if they're going to be good, bad, or whatever. So anyway, got that out of the way, and let's get started. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of background of before I go into what I'm going to be doing in this experiment. So, like I said, I'm 57 years old, and every year I always go get a physical where I just get checked out, get a full panel of blood work done, just to see how things are going, see if there's anything, anomalies or anything going on, so I can stay on top of it. Well, I just recently went and got a physical. It's the first time I've done it in a couple of years, because I missed the year before. So I thought, man, I better get in there and just get that physical done, get the blood work done, see where I'm at. And that's what I did. And when they do that, they give you a full blood test panel, whatever you call it. And that's what I got. It's pretty thorough. And everything came out normal. Pretty much everything came out normal. I did have a couple of anomalies when it came to my cholesterol. I had my HDL, which is the good cholesterol, was at 30, which is a little low. And then my LDL was 112, and it said it was high. And I Googled it, and the Google machine said that's kind of the optimal area you want to be with your LDL. So, like I said, I'm not a medical professional, and it seemed like it was okay. So I'm not too worried about that. And then my overall cholesterol was at 164, which came out to be normal. I think it's if you get over 200 or in that area, you're starting to get high. And then my triglycerides were at 116, which is really good. At least I think that is. I mean, I've seen some people that have had triglycerides up in the 700-800s, which is really bad. So, and it said it was normal. So all that is good. Also on the blood test, I always have them check my testosterone and my free testosterone, and I had that checked, and I have it highlighted. I'll show you a little thing on the video. And my testosterone level came out to 417 nanograms per deciliter. I think that's how you say it. And my free testosterone was at 69. You know, it's still, both of them are still within the range of where your testosterone should be. I think it's like 250 to 850 is the range for the testosterone. And I'm at 417 in the range, but I'm on the lower end. Now, let me backtrack to the last time I got my physical 2 years ago. I don't have that blood work in front of me, but I remember that my testosterone level at that time was in the 580s. So since then, over a 2-year period, my testosterone has gone from 580 something down to 417. So, you know, just thinking logically, well, I'm on a trajectory of going down. So next year, if I go and when I go get my physical, am I going to be even lower? So that kind of sparked in my head, maybe I should think about jumping on testosterone replacement. So I talked to the doctor about it, and she said that it's possible, but being that I'm at 417, my insurance probably is not going to pay for it, because you have to be below 300, I believe, before the insurance kicks in and pays for it. So it'd be paying out of my pocket to get testosterone. And, you know, that's a big commitment. That is a lifetime commitment, because once you start putting the androgynous testosterone in your body, it shuts your system down. It doesn't produce anymore. And for me, I'm not sure I want to make that commitment. So that made me think, well, there's got to be something else I can do before I have to go to that extreme. And so I started doing some research. I found a product, I guess you could call it, called Enclomiphene. And Enclomiphene is a SERM. It is a selective estrogen receptor modulator, which, you know, like I said, I'm not a professional, and I'm not going to kind of go in a deep dive on how it works, but this is how I understand it works. So when you take it, it suppresses your estrogen production, and it signals the pituitary down to, or it signals your pituitary, signals your gonads, I guess you could say, to start producing more testosterone. And from what I understand, it's a good alternative to TRT. And I thought, well, this is something that I might want to try, and that's what I'm going to try. So this is going to be my 6-month experiment with Enclomiphene. I'm going to ease my way into it. I started taking it on Friday, January 2nd. I took my first dose that day, and then I took Saturday, Sunday off, took one Monday, skipped Tuesday, Wednesday, took one Thursday, skipped Friday, Saturday, took one Sunday. And that's how I'm going to do it for the first month. And at the end of the first month, I'm going to get some blood work done and see where everything is, see if there's any other anomalies in, you know, somewhere down the line in my blood work. And then also obviously going to check if my testosterone levels have increased at all. If not, if they haven't increased at that time, then I'll probably start taking it every other day. And then get some more blood work done in a month or so, and see where I'm at that point. But yeah, and also I'm taking DHEA, which I was recommended to take the day after I do a dose of Enclomiphene. So it'd be Enclomiphene on Friday, then I would take DHEA on Saturday, and then skip it, Enclomiphene, DHEA, Enclomiphene, DHEA. And I was just told that it helps with the recovery between the doses of the Enclomiphene, and it helps in conjunction with the Enclomiphene to build your testosterone and all the other things that you need. So, and like I said, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical expert, and that's why I'm doing this experiment. And I want you guys to come along and see what my progress is. And I'll be updating my progress every month or every so often to give you an idea of where my testosterone levels are. And if they don't increase, I already said this, you know, if they don't increase, I'll increase the dosage. And if I get a point where I have something wrong down the line in my blood work, well, then I'll probably back off or just get off of it completely. And that's one of the things about Enclomiphene, from what I understand, is if you stop taking it, usually your testosterone levels kind of reset to where they were, or sometimes they stay a little higher. But you know, it's not something that's going to shut my system down, because I'm working with my system instead of shutting it down. So that's the good thing about the Enclomiphene from my point of view. And yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing for the next 6 months. I hope people don't think, oh, well, this guy's cheating. He's trying to get his, you know, testosterone levels through the roof. Well, that's not what I'm doing. You know, I am, you know, like I said, I'm 57 years old. I'm going to be 58. And I was thinking about TRT anyway, and I don't want to get my TRT levels or my testosterone levels, you know, up to 1500, you know, where it's just ridiculously high. I want to get my levels back to a normal area between, you know, 700 and 800. I think that would be a perfect area, because for me lately, even though I go out and I did a bench press PR, 300 pounds on the bench the other day. You know, I'm still out running, and I'm going to get back into riding, and I did a 50K ultra not that long ago. You know, I still have days now where I just feel real lethargic. You know, sometimes I just don't want to do it. And yeah, my discipline sometimes isn't on point, but I don't know. I'm thinking maybe it's because my testosterone is lower, you know, maybe. I don't know, but I'm going to find out. And I'm hoping this will help out. we shall see though. I just wanted to let people know what my experiment is. I know there's not a whole lot of details, and if you're coming to the channel to find out, how Enclomiphene works and all the intricate details of, what it is and everything like that, that wasn't what this video was about. It was just about me letting you know what I'm going to be doing for the next 6 months. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you like the video, give it a like. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them. Just leave a comment. I answer all my comments. And yeah, that's it. And I guess I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, go out and get fit. See you in the next video. Love you guys. Peace.